Welcome to the Auburn Medical Group YouTube live stream, the entertaining medical live stream where viewers can ask real-time questions of real medical doctors. And here are our hosts, Dr. Mark Vaughn and Dr. Gwen Vaughn.
Let's do this and start a show on cruise ships. Is that what we're talking about? Cruise ships?
Is that what we're talking about? Sure.
Are we talking about cruise ships? Is that what you're asking about?
It's cruise ship season.
Laura Webb.
Isn't there a season for that? It'd be during the summer?
Well, like Alaska is in the summers, and then the Baugh and Caribbean are...
I'd be worried about doing a Caribbean.
In the
Caribbean? Hurricane season.
Hi, Laura Webb. So this is a live program where people like Laura Webb can chat in, and Lindsay Antwine. And you too also can, just by watching us live on 4:30 on Mondays. Of course, I say that, and then how many Mondays has it been?
During the summer, it's hit and miss, for sure, because of vacations.
Either one of us is gone or the other. So send the hate mail to Gwen at... Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Gwen had the idea of, when do you go on a cruise?
Friday. We disembark on Friday.
And it's on it's the Pacific or it's the Caribbean?
Pacific, yeah. We're going out of Long Beach down the western Mexico coast.
Mexico way. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, have a blast.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's the first cruise I've ever been on. So being a doctor, I have, of course, looked into every medical problem that can happen on a cruise.
and they can.
And they can and they do.
Yes.
So how do you be prepared for that? So
that's
how have I advised my wife on what to buy so we could be all set?
Oh boy. So if you want to ask your questions or share your cruise experience, please do it through the chat as we begin this journey. This voyage.
This disembarkment.
There we go.
How many?
The bighorn thing is going. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So we're going to be talking about that scene in Triangle of Sadness, for those of you...
Which has been mentioned on the show before.
That is an awesome. Oh, my goodness. That is so good. So good. So if you want to watch other people suffer the misery of the worst GI symptoms in the most graphic depiction and just the most cringe that you could come up with, that must be Darren Aronofsky. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but wow, it's a masterpiece of words you can't even say.
Words you can't say.
In polite company. It's that great. Okay, so anybody who's seen that, please do comment on your either admiration, and tell me if it is Darren Aronofsky, because I think that's who it was. Should we tell them what they just barely missed by me turning the knob the wrong way?
Sure.
Another time. We'll be more ready for it. It was a last-minute setup. It was a desperate attempt to get super chats on my part.
Yeah.
My song's
It's coming.
going to be released hopefully this month. I know at one point I said end of June. Well, we missed that deadline.
You're only 1 month behind.
I set deadlines like Elon Musk, apparently.
Is that how it works?
So that dates back to before he was a political...
Oh, I was gonna say maybe you're setting deadlines.
So... Darla,
like Jobs or something. Steve Jobs. Anyways.
That's right.
Darla
Whitmer, hello everyone. And Darla, also I've been on several, you're perfect. Several cruises, and you do one, you'll want to go again.
Well, there we go.
Well, Darla
positive experience. That's what I'm looking for. That's the good feedback I need, the good vibes I need before I go on a...
I've never been one. I just watched Triangle of Sadness.
You've just seen all the bad stuff that can happen.
I've been feeding his head with awful stuff.
Oh, gosh.
Like, we'll get to it, right? Norovirus?
Yeah. That's probably the biggest thing to be concerned about. That, like a true, like, quote, outbreak on a ship.
The CDC told us, hand sanitizer doesn't kill.
Wash your hands with soap and water, which I will be doing often. Yeah, norovirus. That's probably the biggest concern.
And there's a series now on Netflix called Train Wrecks, and one of them's titled Poop Cruise.
I think I heard about that.
That sensationalizes a dead in the water ship.
Oh my goodness, where they couldn't offload all their
It's
sanitary stuff. Oh man.
yeah, it's
No thanks.
yeah. But once you've seen Triangle Sadness, that's
Nothing compares.
which is fiction. Okay.
Yeah.
So far, Laura Webb and Darla Whitmer. And, well, tell us. It sounds like you actually did go through some things.
So there is actually a CDC
Cruise
website on, what do they call it? Cruise ship travel, things to look out for, how to prepare. Norovirus is one of those. But I was kind of interested that they have some statistics on like the most commonly sought medical concerns while on a cruise ship. And actually
STI?
Maybe not the cruise ship I'm going on, hopefully.
Love boat.
Respiratory illnesses were number one.
Oh, respiratory. Not
Interesting.
GI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think of.
I mean, colds
the
are
COVID cruise.
that COVID cruise. Yeah,
That was an upper respiratory.
all of those respiratory illnesses that are still, COVID actually is making a little bit of a bump here. So if that were to break out on a cruise, that could go around pretty quick.
Are we having positives in the office yet? I think we had one last week.
We did. Yeah, and some of the local retirement places like they're starting to see some upticks too. So
all right.
So respiratory illnesses are number one. And seasickness. Next is injuries. Trips, falls, slips on kids run into the water. And then GI is third at only 10% of cases. So I was pretty impressed that wasn't that many. Only 10% of all cases.
Because you've been around me, and that's all I think.
That's all I think of, yeah. And then
Only 10%.
seasickness would be the other 10%, last 10% there. So that being said, emergencies sometimes happen on cruises as well. And often those, they just need to get to a port and get the person off, or sometimes even fly in a helicopter, hot helicopter to medevac the patient. That actually happened to my uncle.
Oh.
Uncle Daryl. He had a heart attack while on a cruise.
Oh.
Yeah, and they actually had I think it was the Caribbean. They had to medevac him out.
Oh, man.
Had to, like somewhere in Louisiana or something, had to seek medical care. So that happens.
Maybe it was Usher.
It was saying, maybe. It was saying that most people, let's see here, are 65 years or older that seek medical care on a cruise. Is that because that's the demographic that is on a cruise most? Or because they're the ones, probably a little bit of both there. And about 95% of everything is treated on board.
Should we tell our audience that each of our drinks today were only 80 calorie?
Hey, we should. We're making healthy decisions because I'm about to go on a cruise. Save up the calories.
So as I'm losing weight, you're going to be gaining.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Watch that. So that was kind of Legionnaire's disease. Look at that. That can affect a cruise. You can run over all the possible things that we can go to.
Is that because they keep recirculating the same air through the air conditioning
in the lower
and they never
decks?
Clean their filters? Or
I guess that would be the thing, or if it were to happen while on the cruise, it would.
I think the problem with Legionnaires was it was actually growing
the AC units
in. Was it a moist part of the AC system?
Yeah.
And that's where it lived. It wasn't that other people were coughing it up. It was that it
actually being being circulated that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the CDC's got a great reference on it. Ways you can be prepared. So
comments are just blowing up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thanks for coming by. Lindsay's
Dr. Odyssey.
Dr. Odyssey. Oh.
Don't know that one, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah, Dr. Odyssey.
Is that about a cruise thing or like Oh, maybe it's like a cruise doctor?
Is that?
I don't know.
Is that the one based on Jules Verne writings? We'll see. Laura Webb says the poop cruise was shown on Inside Edition recently, and they told people that they needed to pee to do that in the shower. Yes, that's part of it. And Darla says, I've gone on 37 days.
3 7-day.
3 7-day cruise. This
is a 7-day cruise.
That doesn't add up to 37. What? This is 7 days?
This is a 7-day cruise?
Oh my goodness, you're first 7 days. And the excursion, they have seasick patches to get one as long as you don't jump.
Don't jump. I don't plan on jumping. That kind of
pinches to get
just recently a 5-year-old actually got out of one of the portholes in their room. Did you hear about that story?
No.
But yeah, on a Disney cruise, a 5-year-old was able to climb out and actually fell into the water. Fortunately, it was like at the 4th floor, one of the lower decks.
Oh my goodness.
And the dad like jumped after him, and they both fortunately
jumped after him through the same porthole.
I guess so. However, I don't know the details, but they were both rescued.
Porthole-sized dad.
The portholes are big. They're not like that big.
Disney doesn't skimp.
They're big portholes. Yeah. But the dad went out and they both survived. That was very fortunate. But that's one thing to think about too. If you have young ones on a deck, man, it's scary.
Wow. Jeanette Lakes, hi from Ireland. Oh, that's a treat. Thank you. Look how I made a little J for her name, green. That's cool. And then Darla Whitmer, Got to Go Baseball is on.
Oh.
What?
Yep, watching baseball over this, huh?
I once watched a baseball game.
Once.
Now I know why people drink beer.
Oh, there's some good baseball going on.
So
wait
a minute. You just said good and baseball in the same sentence.
I did.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. Have you seen Banana Ball?
No.
Man.
Banana.
So my son,
they squish.
Well, Banana's the name of the team, the Savannah Bananas. But so if you don't like baseball, you would probably like.
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 Do you like her?
Banana Ball. Banana Ball. So there's this team called the Savannah Bananas. They have their own league. It's kind of like the
makes me think of Mickelson.
The Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. That's a good way to describe it. They'll like do flips and catch it. They'll like go behind the back and throw it to first base. They do it's kind of like Harlem Globetrotter. It's on Disney Plus every once in a while. You should check it out.
And they go around and play local teams.
They've got their own like little league of like 4 teams. You know, kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters where they always beat the Generals.
The Generals.
Is that what the team was? I forget what the team was.
I thought they always played your local community college or something.
That could be true. I don't know. I thought it was the same team they brought with them.
Oh, that could be.
Man. Savannah Ball.
I'm trying to
remember. Or not Banana Ball. Check it out.
Seems like I saw them once. Is that possible?
The Harlem Globetrotters?
Did I ever see them?
I can't remember that. Yeah, absolutely. They're still doing that thing.
All right.
Anyways.
Dr. Odyssey is a show on ABC Monday nights lineup. Hilda also thinks it's a great show.
One that we need to check out, apparently.
Quite
Dr.
the endorsements
Odyssey.
here for Dr. Odyssey.
I don't know if this is a fictional or live or
I watched a show based on the Odyssey.
Like the Odyssey from Homer?
Yeah. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was based on that. Yeah. That was a good show. Good movie.
That's a good one. Okay. So what can we do to prepare
so
these cruise
what are the big things that I'm worried about? Seasickness is a big one. I'm not too worried about it, but my kids get seasick, so I've bought some kids dose of Dramamine, the pediatric Dramamine.
Is that over the counter?
It is. This is available over the counter. You can also get Bonine. Dramamine is diphenhydramate. Is that what it is?
Diphenhydramine?
Something like that. It's not them. That's Benadryl.
Oh, it's similar though.
Yeah, it's similar. And then Bonine is meclizine. Both are kind of both are over the counter and available. So got those for seasickness. You can get a patch, like scopolamine patch. However, those are only available by prescription.
Yeah. And
I don't know any
recommend
doctors.
That people check with their kid's doctor before giving them the
yeah, you probably should.
child dose Dramamine?
Yeah. Check the dose, see how big your child is. Good idea, because especially if they're taking any other medications, make sure
I'll just tell you, your child's going to be bigger than they were last time you saw them. It's just the way it works. Every time.
They keep getting bigger.
Well, no, once they get out of the house, they don't really do that. Well,
they just stay.
Some people's kids do. We have other comments here. We got Banana Baseball also play on stilts.
Yeah, there's a stilts guy who pitches and hits while he's on these like.
And Don Johnson is their
10-foot
captain.
stilts?
Must be the captain of the Bananas.
Okay.
Or is Don Johnson the captain on the Odyssey? I think that makes more sense that he's the captain on the Odyssey.
Okay.
They can wear bracelets for nausea.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a pressure point thing. I don't know of any data confirming that.
I can just
efficacy of
right
that.
here,
I bet Google can check
live, I can jump into
open evidence.
We've got I was going to say, we've got better than Google.
Check it out. I'm curious. I've heard about that, the pressure point thing, and I think that's the idea behind why the bracelets work.
Evidence.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, look at that. This is doctors doing doctoring live.
Yeah, because they're looking at AI.
We're doing.
We're asking a question.
We're doing research. No, we're not. We're looking up stuff.
I researched, doctor. I did my research.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I don't think it knows you.
What? Oh, there we go. Good. Now everybody knows my password because I typed it on air. Okay, here's the question.
They heard.
Do wrist
bracelets work for...
It
wouldn't be just nausea. I think specifically you're asking for motion sickness? Is that what we're asking for?
I was going to say nausea.
Nausea associated with motion sickness?
Seasickness.
I guess seasickness is really what we're
okay,
looking
we're asking open evidence, and it's checking how many journals?
Many.
But not all.
Not all.
Not the bad ones.
Just the ones that have been kind of vetted.
The ones that
big
have been
names
vetted.
that we know. What does it say? Wrist acupressure.
In summary, here, why don't we share it with everybody? Because we can.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
This is
So you can see the same thing the doctors have a subscription to. Do you know which button it is?
No idea.
It's that one. Oh, it's not big though. I don't know.
Oh, that's going to be hard to read. Sorry.
Can you even see that? I'll
Control plus.
Control plus. He knows these things. He's a kid. Control plus. Oh my goodness, that's so cool, Gwen.
Oh.
Okay, so are old people funny? Okay, in summary, wrist acupressure bracelets may, and whenever it says may, could it also say may not?
Yeah, that's one way. Well, it says for some individuals, so it's kind of a very soft.
May provide symptomatic relief for some. Does that also mean not some?
Yeah.
Individuals, but they should not be considered a substitute for first-line pharmacologic or behavioral interventions in the prevention of treatment of seasickness. Behavioral interventions. That would be the behavior of not getting on the boat.
I was just saying, is that
that's a behavioral intervention that prevents seasickness. I like behavioral interventions. I love that.
Brilliant. Avoid the sea. What if you want to go on the sea?
Every time I go to the textbook, it reminds me of the basics. Why do you jump straight to prescribing a pill when there's basics like don't get on the ship in the first place?
Come on. Some people want to go to Mexico and enjoy themselves. I mean,
okay.
Geez, Debbie Downer. Wah, wah.
So, did we read and hear about risks associated?
I bet the risks are pretty minimal of those.
If it got caught on the porthole as you're jumping out, it could rip your hand off.
Yeah, I bet the risks are pretty minimal. Actually, the risks of that versus risks of like medication,
I think
versus
funny.
Of scopolamine versus meclizine or any of those would be less.
So if it was like a head-to-head or wrist-to-wrist trial,
I would have met a wrist-to-wrist. The wrist of you're gonna restrain your wrist by popping those pills in your mouth.
There you go.
There you go.
Versus
wearing an acupressure bracelet. So what did we learn from this? Try it, but have backup.
That'd be one way to put it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, look at this. We have more comments here. We have
Bonine, meclizine, great.
There we go.
Agreed.
Yes. And Hilda Bauer saying, now I have to speak out against these seasick medicines because they're
for older individuals.
They all the ones that work. They work because they're affecting a system of the body that's related to the symptom of nausea and vomiting, and they're doing it by anticholinergic effects, which can be bad in old people and can cause delirium. And I've had patients with delirium from just taking one extra pill that has an anticholinergic effect, and that includes all these. It includes Benadryl, to a lesser extent the other antihistamines,
right?
Many psych medicines, and what other classes of medicines are often anticholinergic that people might? Those are the big ones.
Yeah,
and they can mess you up. They can make you weird. They can make you lose the ability to sweat, which can cause you to get heat illness. They can disturb your vision, so maybe you shouldn't be driving well, but that goes along with having the mental status changes.
Right.
What else can they do?
And these are mostly risks after age 65. They are on a list of medications. Can't see, can't pee, can't climb. No, that's something else. But so over age 65, this risk starts to take off.
Constipation.
So you should be aware of that, because that is the age of cruisers. And those are the people that may be taking these medications. So be aware that may happen. It is always good to discuss things with your doctor.
I remember telling a patient about that when they asked, can I have that patch? I said, there are risks.
There are associated risks.
And they didn't use it. They were fine. They didn't get seasick. And they had friends who used it, and they felt bad while they were on.
While they're taking it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Medication is not always the answer.
Yeah. Behavioral modification. So Laura Webb says, I had a friend that wore one on a cruise, and they worked great.
That's probably talking about the wrist thing.
Remember again, that's not science to have an anecdotal
just have
experience.
have a friend who it worked for.
Who maybe wouldn't have gotten sick in the first place. What causes seasickness? Is that the same as vertigo? It can have some similar effects to vertigo.
Similar, yeah. It's a dissociation between what your body's feeling and your mind, and you're seeing, and
it's like vertigo in reverse.
Sure, I guess you can think of it that way. Yeah, almost exactly that. So you're that's a great way to tell it. But yeah, so your body's moving, but your eyes and you're not sensing that movement. Let's put it this way: certain parts of your body are not sensing that movement, and others are, and there's a dissociation between those two, and that's what causes that.
Your middle ear that feels the movement.
I'm moving.
Should match.
But your eyes are seeing the whole. Everything's moving with you, so you don't see it. Because the whole ship is moving with you.
That's disturbing, and that's car sickness. If all you see is the inside of the car.
Yeah.
And you feel this, but you don't see it.
Or like you're my son reading while we're driving on a windy road every single time. Get off your book.
Get off your book.
It's time. Take a break.
Behavior.
At least for now. Take a break.
Lindsay Antoine. Oh my goodness, Lindsay. We didn't even do our special.
Just because.
Wow, Lindsay.
I appreciate that.
Say your name again. Lindsay. Lindsay.
Thank you.
Lindsay Antoine. All of you are wonderful, but you should be like Lindsay Antoine. Okay, just saying.
I thought you were going to say all of you are wonderful, but Lindsay is wonderfuler.
Wonderfuler. Thank you, Lindsay Antoine. You help
you drive the show.
The caffeine.
Only 80 calories today.
Yeah.
You're not
caffeine without calories.
Yeah.
Laura Webb is thanking Lindsay because we all thank you.
If you know, you know.
Lindsay's got her smiley face there.
What is the hashtag? If IYKYK. Right?
What's that?
If you know, you know.
Oh, I thought it'd be like, what would Lindsay do?
WW.
Do you like the way I make the
L? What is going on here? Just popping up and that's okay. I'm getting seasick.
Because we're just sitting still.
Just watching that.
Yes, thank you, Lindsay. Okay. Did we have any other way?
All of our viewers right now are headed to the bathroom to throw up.
Any other way to prepare besides talking about anticholinergic medicines and bracelets?
Yeah, so the GI stuff, washing your hands often with soap and water. I think many of the cruise lines have actual washing stations before you go into like their main dining hall. I don't know if some of the other places do, but washing with soap and water.
Respiratory was number one.
That's number one.
So if you can't get soap and water, there's still value in using hand sanitizer.
Yeah. So carrying around hand sanitizer is still helpful.
Little bottle in your pocket, maybe.
Yeah, which we have. We've invested in that. Now we're going to Mexico, so we've got avoiding the water when you're on land. Right? Yeah, they've got their own water and all that, and that's nothing to be worried about. Okay. But if you go on land, all those things associated with travel to Mexico is something, Montezuma's revenge and all that. So maybe carrying some Pepto-Bismol or something is a good idea as well. So.
Yes, a vendor on the street selling fresh fruit. the fruits taste good when you eat it.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. Won't be anything won't be eating much on land, probably. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you. I think that was a good little summary of what. Oh wait, Laura Webb says, "Really stay home."
I mean, yeah. But how do you adventure? You got to adventure in life somehow.
With a spouse of a patient who lives that. I mean, that's the patient's. Way of living is just don't leave the house, and it's sad.
Yeah. We're doing this cruise with some family that we only get to see a few times a year. So that's really what we're looking for.
And you wanted to do it somewhere where you have lots of activities you could have as an excuse to get away from them.
Not really. I love my family, so we'll be doing all of it together. But it is where the kids will be entertained. Okay. So we don't need to think about that.
Which cruise line?
This is Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean. So that's not Carnival.
That's the like party one, right?
All sorts of
that's the one where STIs is a higher percentage.
I keep hearing stories about Carnival. I don't. If I was a dude, I don't think it'd be Carnival.
Yeah, I think Royal Caribbean's more family friendly.
I was going to say it might be a little more expensive, but it might be a little more quality too. Maybe that's just really good advertising on their part.
They've done a great job. Apparently,
it's got the word "royal" in the title.
It's got royal. So I can't even think of any other cruise lines right now. But yeah.
Thank you for.
I'll let you know about my experience
when
I return 2 weeks from now.
Okay. Don't
I'll be here that Monday.
Airlift. Don't have to be airlift.
Oh yeah, that would make for a great story on this show.
We can have great entertainment from other things. Do they know what? Yeah, I can't talk. I can't. Okay, Laura Webb says, until measles goes dormant again.
Oh man, Laura, don't hold your breath about measles going dormant in the.
Yeah, I don't have anything new on
immediate future.
I don't have anything new either. Super spikes.
I just got an email today from the AMA saying that we have reached the level that this is the biggest amount or the most breakout. What would you say? Most cases in a year since we declared measles eradicated in 2000. The most. So
25 years later,
it's a thing. It's back, and we're only halfway through the year, and we've already beat that.
In the
unfortunately.
Post-science age, welcome to.
Yeah. Please get your measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Or if you have children, please vaccinate them.
Yeah. Most adults should be good.
Most adults, yes. Yeah, definitely those born before 57 and those
ones that were.
Yeah, there's like a 20-year window there
between the really old boomers and my age. There wasn't enough of it around for me to catch it, and the vaccine wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the comments. And Lindsay Antoine, thank you for the super chat.
Absolutely.
And we will see you. You're not going to be back for next week to do a show.
Like I said, 2 weeks from now.
So sorry about that.
I'll be somewhere in the Pacific next Monday.
So think of Dr. Gawain. Look for him off the coast there.
Pray.
Until
Please
next time.
don't let him get sick. Okay. Hey, I'm Dr. Gawain.
Dr. Mark Vaughn telling you to stay in good health.
Doctors, thank you for another informative session. Auburn Medical Group is located in Auburn, California, USA. Thank you for participating. Please tell a friend and join us again next week.